All right, welcome back, everyone. I am Brian. You are Chords and Notes Nation. This is December 31st, 2023. So I decided tonight, I am going to listen to one of my favorite guitar players of all time, Joe Satriani. This will not go up on Patreon as a Chords and Notes favorite. I do have those up for certain patrons where I go through the music that I love that has been a part of my life, and I will do reactions on that, and I'll put that up for my patrons. But this one, I'm just going to do Sonia Maria. You and I had a conversation about this, about Joe Satriani, and how you wanted to hear more and hear me talk about him. So I figured, you know what, why don't we go ahead and do this? Made of Tears, I haven't listened to everything he's done, just because I haven't. And I don't recall this song. So this is going to kind of be a first for me. All right. Now, those of you who are new here, welcome. Have a seat. You're in my living room. I've invited you over to watch this with me. That's the whole format that I do. It's sort of an intimate setting where we watch something together and I give you a raw, honest, and unedited reaction. In return, I'd appreciate that you like, subscribe, and share. That grows the channel. And it gets the featured artists more exposure. In the description box below, you're going to find tons more information about Chords and Notes merchandise, about Patreon itself, where to follow me outside of YouTube, and how to support the channel in many different ways. So, if you guys are ready, I'm ready. Let's get started. Oh, and he's got the chrome Ibanez. Oh, Joe. I love that guitar. Love his phrasing. Slowly builds those phrases and sentences together. Playing octaves right there. Typical Satriani groove. There you go, Joe. Sassy. That's a stretch, man. Love it. Love it. Typical Satriani runs there. do it. Okay, so you can see some of the other ones I have lined up that I'm gonna do. Yeah, just that was fantastic. It was 10 minutes of just complete ecstasy, just watching the master play and how he has a signature sound. He has a signature way of composing, and there's certain times when he does those scale runs. He does it in such a way, I don't know what he's doing, if he's doing triplets or whatever, but the way he does it with his feel, you listen to enough Joe Satriani, you'll be able to say, hey, this is Satriani, this is Satch, man. And the groove, it was completely a Satriani groove, absolutely. And it's beautiful that how he takes you into the song very slowly with the phrasing, okay, and the sentences. Now, what do I mean by that? All right, well, if you think about language, in sentences are broken up into phrases combine to make sentences. A sentence completes an idea, and then you move on to another sentence, which is related to the previous sentence. So you think of your musical compositions that way. All right, so if you can put together a musical phrase, a couple of musical phrases that completes an idea, and then take the next sentence and build off of that idea. And that's how you start to slowly move the song along, so it's not just stationary, repeating the same thing. And then, of course, with the typical predestination of building to a climax and then resolution, very much like writing. And of course, building to the climax, basically you're going from the tonic to the dominant of the scale and then resolving typically back to the tonic, but there are different ways to do it and different places to end. And I remember watching years ago a video of him talking about how he does it, where that he uses the second, the fourth, and the sixth of the scale more to kind of take a slower approach to getting from the tonic to the dominant. Those of you who know music theory, you'll know what I'm talking about. But let's say within the tonic scale, let's say this was in the key of C, right? The C major chord is going to be 3 notes, C, E, and G, right? So that's the first, third, and the fifth of the scale, of the 7-note scale. So eventually he's going to be moving from C to G because it has the highest point of tension, and then release that tension back down to the C. So if he starts in C, he's going to build it all the way up to G, somewhere halfway in the song or whatever it is, and then he's going to go back to C to complete the song. That's the basic idea. But as you're building that melody and you're building those phrases and those sentences, instead of going from 1 to 3 to 5, you can go from 1 to 2 to 6, back to 4, then to 3, then back to 2, and then you're kind of meandering a little bit, and then building it up to that point of tension, and then releasing that tension. And of course, within that, you have so many different variations that you can actually switch into different keys. You can use different modes that'll give it different textures and different flavors. And there's so many different things that you can do, and so many different things that he does. And he always does it with such class and such style. So you'll always be able to tell a Satriani groove, and you'll be able to tell a Satriani style of playing, because once you listen to him enough, you'll be able to pick out his musical voice and start to understand how he thinks musically and how he constructs his songs that way. A good thing for you to do is I have a playlist, an Abam Finger reaction playlist on my channel here. Abam Finger is a young gentleman from Indonesia, very much in the vein of Joe Satriani, because Satriani was one of his main influences. And I've reacted to many songs that this young kid he's covered of Satriani, but then some of his newer stuff, which would be the last 2 Abam Finger reaction videos I put up, where he's got his own original material, you'll then be able to say, I can hear the Joe Satriani in his playing. you'll be able to tell because of that. The way that he structures his sound is very much like Joe does. So, anyways, this was a great song. Always wonderful. I always feel bad for the rhythm guitarist because what does he do? Because Joe's the one who's taking all the guitar spotlight. But whatever, it is what it is. So that's all I have for this one. God bless you guys so much. Thank you for coming over. And just remember, Jesus does love you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.